Peace to the viewing audience. Hey, there's a popular song that they sing around this time, and you know how it goes? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That's the only part I know. But guess what? You can tell I'm standing here in our church and right next to our Christmas tree for the year 2018. And I just did not want this time to go by without wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas. As we all know, Christmas can be a very busy time of the year with people trying to finish up buying gifts, trying to finish up things that they have to do around the home, in school, on the job. And I wanted to share with you today, make the most of your Christmas season. Yes, that's right. Make the most of your Christmas season. And I just wanted to take a time and just to read to you a passage of scripture that is centered around the birth of Jesus. Those of you who are familiar with the gospel books, there are two books in the Bible that explain in detail the birth of Jesus: Matthew chapter 2 and Luke chapter 2. In Matthew chapter 2, the focus is on the wise men, but in Luke chapter 2, the focus is on the shepherds. I want to look at Matthew chapter 2, and I just want to read a couple of passages of scripture to show you how these wise men made the most of the Christmas season. And I want to give you three things that you would just keep before you during this time of the year. And I tell you, this season won't be stress for you, but you would live it to the fullest. Matthew chapter 2, just follow along with me. Verse number 9 says, "And when they heard the king," these are the wise men, "they departed. And lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the child was. And when they saw the star," verse 10, "they rejoiced with exceeding great joy." Hey, here's point number one. Being joyous can help you make the most of the Christmas season. Have you ever heard this? "'Tis the season to be jolly." And in verse number 10, we discover that when these wise men saw the star, they rejoiced. Please, during this season, don't let traffic, don't let stress, don't let lack of this, lack of that steal your joy. Because being joyous can help you make the most of the Christmas season. But there's two more I see in here, two more. Notice what verse 11 says. "And when they were coming to the house, these are the wise men, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshiped him. And they opened up their treasures and presented to him gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh." Hey, not only can being joyous help you make the most of this Christmas season, but being generous can help you to make the most of this Christmas season. What did they do in verse 11 when they saw Jesus? They presented to him gifts. And not only is 'tis the season to be jolly, 'tis the season to be given. And why don't you add to somebody's day this Christmas season by providing a gift to them? Number one, being joyous can help you make the most of the Christmas season. Number two, being generous can help you make the most of the Christmas season. But here's the last one in verse number 12. "And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed to their own country and went back home another way." Being righteous can help you make the most of this Christmas season. That's what the wise men did. They were righteous. They obeyed God, and they went home another way. So during this wonderful, blessed season, would you make the most of it by being joyous, by being generous, and by being righteous? And I promise you, this will be the best Christmas of your life. From me to you, from the Berean family to you, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Hey, and don't forget, you can register now for the 2019 Pastors and Leaders Conference, A Word for the Times, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Why don't you make plans to be a part of what God is doing, that we share practical principles for progressive ministry. Merry Christmas. I love you, and I thank God for you.